Class 12th, subject physics. Today we will discuss one of the practicals, that is Zener diode characteristics. In order to obtain the Zener diode characteristics, we are provided with this Zener diode characteristic apparatus. It consists of the milliammeter, Zener diode, voltmeter, then there will be a knob for voltage controlling. With the help of this knob, rotating it clockwise as well as anti-clockwise, we can change the voltage supplied to that Zener diode. Then there will be one knob, it will be kept on the reverse bias side instead of forward bias side, because Zener diode is always connected in reverse bias mode. That is, P region of the diode is connected to negative terminal of the source and N region of the diode is connected to positive terminal of the source, so that Zener diode is reverse bias. Now if you consider this voltmeter, then here the range of the voltmeter is given. This is the range of the voltmeter. It is for forward bias, that is 1 volt. It is 10 volt for reverse bias, and therefore this knob will be kept on the side of 10 volt, that is for reverse bias. Similarly, here there will be on and off knob. If it is bent towards off side, it will be off. It is bent towards on side, it will be on. Now if we consider the milliammeter and the voltmeter, first of all we will have to calculate the least count of both of them. Now if you consider the milliammeter, the total scale is divided as 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10, so that the range of this milliammeter is equal to 10 milliampere. And therefore, in order to find out its least count, suppose if you consider 0 to 2, from 0 milliampere to 2 milliampere, then this total from 0 to 2 is divided into 10 equal parts. That means the 10 equal parts is having its value equal to 2 milliampere, and therefore the value of one smallest division will be equal to 2 by 10, that is 0.2 milliampere. So this milliampere will be having its least count equal to 0.2 milliampere. In order to find out the reading with the help of this milliampere, we will have to count that division on which pointer will be there, and then that division will be multiplied by its least count, so that that will be the reading of this milliampere. Similarly, if you consider this voltmeter, then in case of voltmeter again the scale is starting from 0 and ending to 10, that is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. That will be the marking on the scale of this voltmeter. Again we will have to find out its least count, and therefore again consider voltage from 0 to 2. This voltage is divided again into 10 equal parts, and therefore the value of one smallest division will be equal to 2 by 10, that is 0.2, and so that similar to that of millimeter, this voltmeter is having its least count equal to 0.2 volt. Again, to find out the reading of this voltmeter, we will have to observe that division which is corresponding to that pointer of the voltmeter, and then that division will be multiplied by least count of this voltmeter, so that we will get voltmeter reading. So this will be regarding the construction of this apparatus. Now if you consider actual circuit diagram, then that circuit diagram will be as shown. So here there is Zener diode, D is the Zener diode, Phi will represent voltmeter, milliampere will be shown by this milliammeter, RS is the series resistance which is connected in series with this Zener diode to control the current. This total arrangement will be the DC supply which will be acting as the source of EMF to that circuit. So this will be the circuit diagram. And now the aim of this characteristics of Zener diode will be as the aim is to study the reverse bias characteristics of a Zener diode and hence to determine its reverse breakdown voltage. So to study the reverse bias characteristics of the Zener diode and hence determine the reverse breakdown voltage of that Zener diode. Apparatus will be a Zener diode, DC power supply, rheostat, milliammeter, voltmeter, series resistance RS, and the connecting wires. Now the formula for this, in order to find out this resistance of this Zener diode, the formula will be R equal to phi by I. R is equal to phi upon I, that is resistance equal to voltage upon current. Now already we have seen the observations of this, that is first observation is range of this voltmeter. So range of the voltmeter is from 0 to 10 volt and hence its least count is 0.2 volt. Similarly, the range of the milliammeter is from 0 to 10 milliampere and hence its least count comes out to be again 0.2 milliampere. And therefore with the help of this setup now we have to take the readings. Now after observations there will be observation table. Now the observation table will be as shown. So in the observation table, observation numbers will be there serially, near about 15 readings we will have to take. That's why 1 2 3 4 5 and so on. Then in the second column we will have to write the voltage shown by the voltmeter, that is V in volt. In the third column we will have to represent the current through the diode, that is I in terms of milliampere. So that will be regarding the observation table. And now if you consider the procedure to find out the readings, then now we will consider here one reading we will consider here. So by rotating this knob we can take the readings. But now initially when that knob is not rotated, at that time if we observe the pointer position, then for milliammeter the pointer is on 0, that is current is equal to 0. Similarly if you observe this voltmeter, then that voltmeter also shows voltage equal to 0, and therefore in the first reading we can write 0 0, current 0, voltage 0. Now let us rotate this knob. So if this knob is now rotated, then first of all the potential, that is voltage, will go on increasing, but for a particular voltage the current will start flowing through that Zener diode. And therefore if you consider now the procedure, so in this case if that voltage is now increased, so like this we can rotate the knob and the voltage will be increased. So if you start taking readings, then this knob is now rotated such that some reading will be shown by this. Suppose now the voltmeter pointer is on the fifth line starting from 0. Therefore as it is fifth line, so 5 into 0.2, that will give you 1 volt. So voltage will be equal to 1 volt. At the same time, if you observe the current here, then that current will be equal to 0. There will be no increase in the current. Again we can rotate this. Suppose that pointer is now on 2, therefore that is 10th division. So 10 into 0.2 we will get 2 volt. So 2 volt will be the voltmeter reading. Still current is equal to 0. So 2 0, that will be the next reading. Similarly, again rotating that knob, if you proceed further, I suppose that pointer is on 16th division, suppose. So 16 into 0.2, that will be equal to 3.2. So 3.2, that will be the potential, but in this case still that current is equal to 0. Again rotate this. Now suppose that pointer is on 20th division. So 20 into 0.2, that will be equal to 4 volt. So voltmeter reading is 4 volt. Still the current meter will show 0. Again rotate this. Now suppose the pointer is on 23 or 24 division, then we can find the voltage by multiplying that division by 0.2. Still that current is equal to 0. Now again increase the voltage. So here we have increased again voltage. Suppose that pointer is on 32 division. So 32 into 0.2, that will be equal to 6.4. That will be the potential. Still the current is equal to 0. Again increase the voltage. Now the voltage is increased. Suppose now that pointer of the voltmeter is corresponding to division number 32. So 32 into 0.2, that will be equal to 6.4. That will be the voltage shown by this voltmeter, but at this time the current meter will show some deflection, and therefore suppose the pointer of this current meter is on 15th division. So 15 into 0.2 now, that will be equal to 3 milliampere. That will be the current shown by this. Similarly, again if you rotate this knob, then the voltage will now remain constant and simply current will increase. Now suppose current is equal to 6 milliampere, that is equal to 6 milliampere. Therefore voltage will remain constant, current will increase. Again we can check it. Again voltage will remain the same, but there will be increase in the current. So current reaches again near about 7 milliampere. So that like this the current will increase. Again if we increase the voltage, the current will go on increasing. Suppose it is now 9 milliampere. So like this up to 10 milliampere current will reach here. So up to 10 milliampere, but this voltage will remain as it is. Suppose 6.4 to 6.6. So that after taking the readings, now we will have to plot the graph of current and voltage, and therefore for this graph the scale will be chosen as along x-axis 1 centimeter equal to 0.5 volt, along y-axis 1 centimeter equal to 0.5 milliampere. So along x-axis the voltage will be plotted, along y-axis current will be plotted, but this graph as it is for reverse bias, the graph will lie in the third quadrant, and therefore here the axes are marked as here there will be 0 0, that is the origin. This will represent negative direction of this x-axis. It will represent the negative direction of the y-axis, because here both, as it is reverse bias, both current as well as voltage will be considered as negative, and therefore the graph will lie in the third quadrant. Now the respective voltage and current, suppose for 0 0, initial reading was 0 0, so that it is 0 0. So first point will lie here. Second point will be here. In this case there is no increase in the current will be 0, only the voltage will be increased. Suppose it is 1 volt, current is 0, therefore second point will lie here. For next, if voltage is equal to 2 volt, still current is equal to 0, and therefore it will be plotted along this x-axis. For next, again 3 volt voltage is there, but current is equal to 0, therefore it will be plotted along the x-axis. So like this we can proceed up to this reading. After that, when that 6.4 or 6.6 voltage is crossed, depending upon the nature of that Zener diode, at that time the current will start flowing. Now suppose for this 6.6 volt, if current is equal to suppose 0.5 milliampere, if it is 0.5 milliampere, then it will be plotted, and then for further readings the voltage will remain constant, that is 6.6, that voltage will remain constant, and simply current will go on increasing, and therefore these points will be plotted along this line. So this will be the nature of this graph, and then we will have to find out